Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live. We're at number, what we at? Number 276, I think we are. Yeah, number 277, actually. For this Thursday, March 12th. I'm your host, Rod, here in, what do we got here? Oh, whoa, wrong one. Oh, boy. My Philadelphia cam is acting crazy again today. Well, we're here in cloudy Philadelphia today, even though it looks a little sunny. I had to add the light today. It's dark outside. It's crazy. But I'm glad you guys are here with me. We do this Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. I mean, it's not a little bit late today, but we're trying to get there at 10 a.m. So thank you for joining me. We do tech news, we do eInk news, we do random stuff throughout the day. I'm here with some of my really good friends in the chat. I really appreciate you guys for being here. We got Mr. Aaron in here in the chat today, and we got Rob Perkins here. Appreciate you guys for being here. Today we're going to be talking about a few things. We got more AMA news or hate to talk about. We're throwing some more shade. As much shade is being shown on me. You know what? There we go. Okay, all right. We had to get the glasses on for today. We can't. I feel weird. It's like not wearing a watch, even though it doesn't work. I feel naked without one, so you gotta have it. We're gonna be talking about some AMA news from reMarkable as well. We've been covering that like all week. It's the content that keeps on giving for some reason. Microsoft, oops, let's take this off. There we go. Okay, all right, bam. We also got Microsoft going to bat for Anthropic. We also have YouTube adding unskippable ads. What's that all about? We're going to talk about it, so let's get right into it. Derog, how's it going? Thanks for joining. So first off, we got the intro stuff is Rick and Morty. I don't know if you guys watch Rick and Morty. It's one of the best shows on TV. One of the best shows on TV. They got the new season 9 coming. So get ready. Get ready for some good quality. Some good quality interdimensional TV. That's good stuff. Pokemon. I don't know what the new Pokemon game is called. New Pokemon game. I forgot what the name of the game was called. But to me, this is what it looks like. To me, it looks like Nintendo decided, what's the Pokemon game that was ripped off? All right, so the Pokemon game I'm talking about is Pokemon Pokopia. That's the new game from Nintendo. But someone released a Pokemon-ish game really recently. Did reMarkable shade you? You know it. Yeah, Pokopia is supposed to be really cool. I am digging this. So this is what we got here. But what was the name of the game that someone ripped off? They released it on Steam. It was like Pokemon, but with people battling and chopping wood, and it was a straight rip off of Pokemon. Straight rip off. I was confused as to how they were even allowed to do it. Nintendo is sue happy. They'll sue you for thinking about Mario. So for them to let this game go on as long as it did, what was the name of that game? Pokemon like. On Steam. I can't spell. Power World. There we go. Power World. So Power World. Power World. So Power World came out and it's basically a Pokemon ripoff. How it was allowed to get as far as it has, I have no idea. They got a really good legal team. But through any event, this new Pokemon game, the Pokemon, what was that again? Jeez. The new Pokemon game, which is Pokopia. It's a weird name. Anyway, this right here, it's doing really well. And it just seemed like to me they took the Power World recipe and just ran with that. They were like, we can do an official Power World game. We don't have to worry about repercussions. We are the people. So shout out to Nintendo. Doing the copy of the copy. I like it. Listen, Steve Jobs said it himself. Good artists copy. Great artists steal. So, you know what I mean? Big up to Nintendo for living Steve Jobs' dream. There we go. Phoniest Pokemon is as much a Minecraft ripoff as Power World is a Pokemon ripoff. Really? I never looked at it that way, DeRock. Power World, Pokemon with guns. Absolutely. I love it, though. I love Power World. Power World's pretty fun. Power World's one of those games I can enjoy just sitting down and watching someone play. You know what I mean? It's one of them games you can just enjoy. Very few games I enjoy just sitting and I'll just go to Twitch and watch some games people play. Like, I'm not really one who watches people play games. I like to play games myself. I haven't had the time to really play games recently, but I like to play games myself. But I'm telling you, I'll watch Power World. I'll watch someone play Power World for sure. Sorry, Pokopia is a Minecraft ripoff. It's all blocks and crafting. But like I said, big up to Nintendo for copying the copy. Did you hear my what great artists do theme there, The Rock? They stealing, okay? They stealing these days. That's how it happens. And Nintendo or Apple is really good at that. Apple is one of them companies. They'll wait. Like I said before, Apple will wait until a product matures fully, then jump in and say, okay, we can do that better. Okay, we were just waiting to see if it was going to make some money. Now that we know it makes money, we'll do it better. Okay, that's what Apple does. But moving on, let's get to the holidays. National Girl Scout Day today. So if you got a Girl Scout in your life, big up to them. And buy some Girl Scout cookies, even though they're not as good as they used to be. Okay? Girl Scout cookies are nowhere near. They're not even close to what they used to be. It's a done deal these days. If you're looking for good tasting cookies, Girl Scout cookies ain't it. I used to wait for the time of year when they would sell Girl Scout cookies, buy like 6 boxes of them things. Go to the mall, catch them outside the mall. I'm buying boxes. These days, I'm avoiding it like the plague. Girl Scout cookies ain't what they used to be. It's like, I'll do it to support. If I have a Girl Scout in my life, I'll do it to support that person. But because I like the taste of them and I want to eat them, no, that's a dub. That's never happening again. I don't even care if they get better. At this point, they've ruined it for me. I'm good to go. National Flower Planting Day today. Now, I'm not going to plant a new flower, but what I am going to do is show the flower and the plant that I have in here some love. I'm going to water it, maybe repot it today. I've been talking about repotting this thing for 2 years. There's a plant. I'm going to show it on the live stream tomorrow. My Philly cam is still acting crazy. But tomorrow I'm going to make sure that Philly cam is working, and I'm going to show you guys my little plant that's been with me for 5 or 6 years now. I don't know if I've had any living thing accompany me for this long that hasn't died. So it's robust, if nothing else. Popcorn Lovers Day. Listen, you don't have to be watching a movie to enjoy some popcorn. You can just enjoy popcorn as a healthy snack. I can't. The popcorn gets stuck in my gums and I can't get it out easily. It hurts. So I stay away from the popcorn for that very reason. I eat corn, but the popped corn, no, sir. No spank you. No spank you indeed. Okay, let's get to the tech news. Okay, all right. Now, in the tech news, we got a few things to talk about. There's some good stuff today. I like when there's good stuff to talk about in tech news. It's a good day in tech when we talk about good things. So let's get this started with older Microsoft. Now, listen, I'm okay with a good caping. You throw your cape on to go to battle for something you agree with or that you believe in. I do it all the time. I cape for reMarkable all the time. Those days are probably done. Those days are probably done. But let's get to the caping for Microsoft is doing for Anthropic. Now, first of all, before we get to the meat and potatoes of this particular story, I thought this is a great story on how the AI bubble is growing. Now, people always talk about, the AI bubble is going to burst and blah. This situation between Microsoft and Anthropic is a masterclass in the bubble. Let's talk about it. So Microsoft has invested $5 billion. This is aside from the story. This story put some things into context for me. I thought, that's a great example of the AI bubble. Microsoft is investing $5 billion into Anthropic, right? That's money Anthropic is betting on right now. They're gambling with Microsoft's money, essentially, because they don't have the money yet. Microsoft is just guaranteeing them, yeah, we're gonna invest $5 billion in you. Now, in return, Anthropic is also saying, okay, thanks for the $5 billion. We're gonna give you back and invest $30 billion in you. Not really invest, because Microsoft doesn't need investors. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna buy $30 million worth of cloud storage. So when you give a company $5 billion, actually you haven't given it to them yet. You're just saying you're going to give it to them, and they're working off of that knowledge. They're like, well, okay, when we become huge, and we're running the world, when Skynet is dominating the human population, we'll have $30 billion to give you. At that point, we'll buy $30 billion of cloud storage because we'll be so big, we'll need storage for Skynet. So it's borrowed money. Anthropic is waiting for money from Microsoft. Microsoft is waiting for money from Anthropic. There's $35 billion right now that's being like circulating on paper, because no transactions has actually happened yet, but everyone's working off of that borrowed money. Now, what happens when Anthropic doesn't make that $30 billion? You know what I mean? Now that $5 billion that Amazon or Microsoft gave Anthropic is nothing, because they're not getting that money back, and then they're not getting the $30 billion that Microsoft is probably planning on. Like, right, when you know you're gonna get some, like you're divvying up, you're planning on what you're gonna do with that money, right? And some of that $30 billion has probably gone into investments for another company, another AI company. So you see how the domino effect starts to happen? If Anthropic doesn't make the $30 billion, they can't pay Microsoft. Microsoft is not going to pay whoever they guarantee money for from this $30 billion that they expect to get from Anthropic. And then that kind of snowballs. That's the bubble. Okay, all right. How many people did I lose with that? We didn't. Okay, good to go. All right, let's move on. Anyway, so Anthropic does go to bat for, or Microsoft does go to bat for Anthropic because of the court filing that Anthropic just filed against the U.S. government, because the U.S. government is saying Anthropic is a supply chain risk, all due to the fact that they are not playing ball with the government, right? They're like, oh, listen, we don't want you to do certain things. And if you're going to do certain things, then you can't use our software. And the government's like, okay, is how you playing? Blackballed. Anyway, getting to the details. Anthropic on Wednesday sought a stay from U.S. appeals court after the Pentagon said the company was a supply chain risk, pending a judicial review of the case, adding that the designation could cost billions of dollars in lost revenue. Now, remember that. This is why we were talking about the bubble and how much money Anthropic is going to be giving Microsoft. Microsoft has a vested interest and this blackballing not happening to Anthropic because, like I just mentioned, they're banking on that $30 billion that Anthropic is saying they're going to buy of cloud storage when they get the money. If they never get the money, then the money that Microsoft is using to like make deals with other AI companies, those deals won't happen. So this is, like I said, this is a very good like use case and masterclass on how the bubble is forming, right? Anyway, moving on. By Anthropic's best estimate, in 2026, the government's adverse actions risk hundreds of millions, even multiple billions of dollars in lost revenue, says the AI firm Anthropic. Microsoft, in a legal filing, is challenging Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's action last week to shut Anthropic out of military work by labeling its AI products as posing a threat to national security. Again, they're like, listen, they owe us $30 billion, bruh. And like, let them make the money so we can move on. Anyway, the use of supply chain risk designation to address a contract dispute may bring severe economic effects that are not in the public interest, says Microsoft in a court filing. Also adding, the Pentagon's action forces government contracts to comply with vague and ill-defined directions that have never before been publicly wielded against a U.S. company. Microsoft legal team brief. So like I said before, big up to Anthropic for even going this route, because typically the government will just bully the company into doing whatever. Anthropic's like, nah, we can't be bullied, bro. Like I always say, chat, the best negotiation tactic is just don't negotiate. That's the best negotiation tactic right there, in my opinion. But moving on. Also, adding the Pentagon action forces government contracts to comply with. I got to that part. It asks a judge to order a temporary lifting of the designation to allow for more reasoned discussion. So basically, Microsoft is saying, hey, can we just put this on hold for a while? You know what I mean? So we can get some more talks going. So maybe we can figure something out. Because listen, we need that 30 bill. Okay, we need the 30 bill. Don't do this to them. The software giant's court filing followed other supporting Anthropic, though, including one from a group of AI developers at Google and OpenAI, and another group of organizations such as Cato Institute for the Electronic Frontier Foundation. So there are lots of people backing Anthropic in this particular case, not just Microsoft. But Microsoft is clearly going to bat for Anthropic, and for good reason, like we just talked about. So very interesting stuff. What do we got in the chat? Mitch, good morning. How's it going? This is just the dumbest effing timeline. Yeah, agreed. But listen, it's going to be a ongoing thing. I definitely think that with the muscle of Microsoft, I think they will get the state that they're looking for, right? What happens though, what it all shakes out to is very much still up in the air. But I applaud Anthropic for even going this route. I really do. That this is going to set precedents for other companies to be able to like stand up to being bullied, especially if it's against their code of ethics, right? And clearly this was for Anthropic. All right. Moving on to the next story, we got Google Play adding PC games and more. What do we got here? Listen, I don't deal with Google Play at all. But when I saw that they were adding PC games, I'm like, okay, well, listen. You know what I'm saying? I could be swayed. I could be persuaded to deal with. I'm a PC gamer. I don't do console gaming that much, if at all. I haven't bought a console in I don't know how long. So that's just. All right, we'll move on. Google on Wednesday announced a slew of new gaming-focused updates to Google Play at GDC 2026. The giant revealed that Google Play is expanding its catalog to include anticipated paid and PC indie games. Anticipating paid and free PC indie games. Launching game trials including the ability to buy once and play anywhere. Pricing rolling out to a wish list tool and adding community posts. So they're basically adding a few things to Google Play. They're adding the buy once, play anywhere, the wish list tool, and the community posts, and the ability to get indie PC games on there. So the updates indicate that Google is focused on transforming Google Play into an enhanced gaming hub by allowing players to try games before buying, play cross mobile and PC, sync their progress, and connect with the gaming community all in one place. So, and I'm with that. I'm down for that. Like I said, them adding PC gaming to the situation is interesting. I don't know how that looks or what that might look like. I'm gonna have to check this out and let you guys know. But how do you guys feel about this? Do any of you deal with the Google Play for gaming? I know they offer like a gaming subscription thing to where you can just download a bunch of games for free, or there's a it has to be a part of that little service or whatever. You can't just download any game for free, but the list is extensive, and I think I subscribed to it for a couple of months, realized I'd never download games for my phone and just canceled it. But how about you guys? Are you guys doing the mobile gaming subscription thing on your phone, whether it's Google Play, or does Apple have an equivalent to this? It'd be interesting to know. Moving on to the next story, we have Google and YouTube. Well, just maybe YouTube, essentially. They're their own company now. YouTube is approving 30-second unskippable ads now. Now, first thing I want to say about this is I do not deal with any service that I'm paying for that has unskippable ads, okay? Period. If I'm paying for your service and I see an unskippable ad, I'm out, like shout. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. I can't do it for a few reasons, chat. One of those reasons is, oh boy, what did I, oh, can I get above the chat? Did it help? Oh, it didn't help. I didn't go above the chat. I don't know how to fix this. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe this is good enough. Okay, so, yeah, I do need to fix this. Let's see here. Did that help? Let's see. Oh, it did, but can I? Oh, I see what happened. Oh. Oh, I see what happened. I want to be above the chat, but I don't want. Oh, that that didn't help. Did that help? There we go. Phew. That took a minute. Now I need to. There we go. Okay, chat. We rocking. Okay, we rocking now. Okay, all right. Now moving on. I had to fix that. That was bothering me. So now I like to. I don't know where I want to be in a story, right? I might be watching something and fall asleep on it, right? Have to wake up and then find, or not wake up, but next day when I go back to like start where I left off, episodes have passed, or maybe I'm in a different part of that particular episode. I have to rewind. I have to fast forward because I'm like, I don't know where I was. Let me just look. Okay, rewind. Was I here? No. Okay, let me fast forward a little bit. I was just past this. Let me fast forward a little bit. And I'm good to go. I find out where I was and I start watching. I'm good to go. Now, if you are watching a service that forces you to watch ads and you try to do that, oh, you're going to hate life. You're going to hate life. You know why? You're going to spend more time watching ads than you are watching the show because every time you hit that rewind or fast forward button, they're going to make you watch an ad. And by the time you find out where you were when you left off because you fell asleep, you're 30 minutes into watching ads. Like, I'm done watching TV at that point. Like, I don't have all day. I'm taking a 30 minutes break to eat some food. I want to watch something. Oh, but I watched 30 minutes of ads just trying to figure out where I was when I left off. Like, what? Whew. Okay. Listen, I can't stand ads in a streaming service. That just infuriates me, especially if I'm paying. Why the hell am I paying? If I got to watch an ad. I'm looking at you, Amazon Prime. Piece of crap. I can't even watch my Man in the High Castle because of this dumb stuff. But guess what? Netflix just got Man in the High Castle, so I don't even have to go to Amazon Prime anymore. Prime Video. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace to streaming. Making me watch an ad even though I'm paying. What the hell's wrong with you, Amazon? All right, what do we got here in the chat? If these means more earnings for content creators, then I don't care about skipping ads. Oh, this is for YouTube. Yeah, this is YouTube TV. Well, not YouTube TV. This is YouTube. Whoa, Sony, what the? Why? Sony, why are you not? Why? Do you think that the monitor in the background is my face, Sony? What? Oh, Sony, what is? Oh, there we go. Whew, the hell? Listen, I switched my camera around a couple times too last night, so I was working on camera stuff for the last 2 days, like up late night dealing with camera settings. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing, judging by what just happened. Yeah, that was for YouTube TV. This is not YouTube TV. This is just YouTube. So YouTube on TVs, right? So this is just YouTube on your living room TV. So if you're watching YouTube on the TV, then this is going to happen. If you're on mobile, this is not a thing. Just YouTube for TV. Okay, let's get into the details. I've went on a long enough rant about Prime Video. Trash. YouTube has approved 30-second unskippable ads for people watching YouTube on TVs. Google says the new non-skip ads are designed specifically for the big screen. The company also says its AI will dynamically optimize between 6-second bumper ads and 15-second standard ads, and 30 seconds CTV only non-skippable formats to ensure ads reach the right audience at the right time. Now that this ad format is available for advertisers, non-paying YouTube users may start seeing longer ads in their smart TVs. This doesn't necessarily mean every viewer will get 30-second unskippable ads, but advertisers and Google AI now have the option to serve them those non-skippable ads. Of course, ads are necessary for the platform to operate, but the move does slightly feel aggressive. Like, to me, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's aggressive to me. It's not even aggressive to me. It's just offensive to me. To have me, I'm already paying for your service, but all right, this is different. Okay, so let me qualify that this is only for non-paying YouTube. Like if you have YouTube Premium, then you don't have to worry about this on your TV. It's just for the free users watching on TV. There'll be non-skippable ads now. Of course, the ads are necessary for the platform to operate, but this move does feel slightly aggressive. It could also be part of a broader strategy to encourage users to subscribe to YouTube Premium, especially now that the company also offers the low-cost Premium Lite plan that removes most ads. Not all, but most. So if you're paying, you don't get this. So my rant was purely directly towards Amazon Prime that I'm paying for, but I still have to watch ads. I don't even watch it. That's a perk of Prime now that I just will never be taking advantage of ever, for the reasons I just talked about. We won't go back into that. Also, if creators can earn from those ads, then I don't care. You can best believe that these non-skippable ads, I don't think they're earning you as a creator any more money, because this is just an ad package that you get paid a certain percentage on, regardless of how much money the actual advertiser pays. So, Aaron, you're not going to make more money because of this. You will make the same amount of money because of this. YouTube makes more money because of this, because companies are going to pay more for those non-skippable ads. Your money don't change, though. Plus, it's on TV, not across the board. Yeah, like I said, this, and it's only for non-premium, right? So I don't mind this, honestly, because I'm premium. If I was a free subscriber, maybe this would bother me. But like I've always said, I'm willing to pay for no ads, which is why I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't get ads. There's lots of other perks for YouTube Premium too. Like I said, the YouTube Premium subscription is probably the best subscriptions on the planet for streaming. I mean, best value in streaming subscriptions, period. No one even comes close in my opinion. All right, moving on to the next thing we got here. So we got WhatsApp has teen profiles now, which is ad remove details. What, can I just get rid of this? What the? Oh, the ads are getting so, now this is aggressive. That big ad banner coming, that was aggressive, okay? Super aggressive. All right, moving on. WhatsApp teen accounts. It seems like everybody's getting teen accounts these days. I like it. I like the idea. I don't know how useful it's going to be. What do you guys think about this? Actually, as parents or maybe just consumers of these products, do you guys feel like these just, I wish I could get this. I'll have to work on this camera again. I'm going to be up all night again tonight. Do you guys feel that this is working? Do you guys feel like teen accounts are working? Do you feel like teens are taking or exploiting it, right? Do you think parents are even taking advantage of the ability to create teen accounts for their teens? How do you guys feel about this while we go through the story here today? All right, going into some of the details. WhatsApp launched a new set of parent supervised accounts for users under the age of 13 on Wednesday. The company said that these accounts will only have access to messaging and calling and won't be targeted with any ads. While the company rates its apps 13 plus on both the App Store and the Play Store, many preteens use WhatsApp to communicate with parents, as WhatsApp said it's introducing this feature after feedback from said parents. I'll go down here. Meta said that while setting up a preteen account, the parent or guardian will have both their device and the preteen's device and authenticate the account via QR code. While setting up, parents can configure alerts for the managed accounts activities. By default, parents will receive an alert when preteens add, block, or report a contact, which I think is cool. I think that's doable there. I mean, it's only if people are actually using it, right? That's the thing. Besides that, they can turn on optional activity alerts. This includes the preteen changing their name or profile picture, getting a new chat request, joining, creating, or leaving a group tuning on disappearing messages. I don't know what that means. That definitely was a typo in the article, or maybe a typo on my part. And deleting a chat or non-chat. So I think what happens is you can't use disappearing. What it means is you can't use disappearing messages on a teen account. All these settings are protected with a 6-digit PIN that parents can set and change from their own device. Check the article for some of the details on the specifics. They have a lot of specifics in this particular article that I didn't get to. And if you want to get to this article, like I do always, I always have the links to everything I talk about in the show linked in the description of this video. So if you want more information on the things I talk about, you can definitely go there and link through to that particular article. Meta said they said that when preteens get older, they receive a notification that their account can be converted to a standard account, which I think is very cool. It noted that the company plans to introduce an option for parents to delay this transition by 12 months. Not cool. No, I'm joking. That's cool too. The company said that it's starting to roll out in select geographies and will gradually expand over the next few months. So if you don't have this now, you should have it soon. It'll be rolling out to everyone in the near future. All right, what do we got in the chat here? So my 3 cents stays the same. Whatever. Plus it's on TV, not across the board. Yeah. If creators get a bit, yeah, that would be kind of cool. We don't though. Next up, we got the MacBook Neo gaming test. So now we talked about the MacBook Neo being one of those devices that I think, like, at this point, it's financially irresponsible to buy a PC laptop with this thing on the market. I should do that video. That would be a nice little short. I say that. I'm not. But this is very cool here that we get more context on the MacBook Neo and what it can and can't do. We talked about a story the other day where we highlighted its ability to handle creator tasks like video editing, picture editing, serious video editing. Someone used Final Cut while having every other app that the MacBook Neo ships with running at the same time, and they were able to do their work no problem. So it's capable for content creation, and I say this all the time. These chips that iPhones have been using have been super capable for a long time. They've been more powerful than a lot of laptop PCs, PC laptops for a long time. So that they haven't done this before is surprising, right? I mean, but now that they're doing it, not surprising at all. And the fact that these machines are holding up under stress, not surprising to me at all either. We've literally had the ability to dock our iPhones and use them as full-blown computers for a long time, power-wise. The operating system doesn't cooperate, but power-wise, same with iPads. iPads have been super powerful for a long time. The limiting factor is iOS, right? So, or iPad OS at this point. But let's get to the details here. The iPhone 17e is faster than the Neo, though. So that's one tidbit I got from this story and another story I was looking at while preparing for this. I thought that was interesting. Like I said, just another, and this supports my point of what I just said, that iPhone chips have been super powerful for mad long. The A19 or the A19 and the 17e, it is super capable and more powerful than the A18 that they have in the Neo. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that A18 chip they have in the Neo is way more powerful than a lot of PC laptop chips on the market right now. So, yeah, this just proves the point. Phones, iPhones are super capable in the performance category. And that's another case of it here where the iPhone E is faster than the Neo. So we're moving on. The iPhone E earned a multi-core score of 9,241 on early Geekbench benchmarks, while the MacBook Neo earned a multi-core score of 8,668. So iPhone E is better than more powerful than the Neo in benchmark performance scores. Single core chip results also favor the iPhone E, which earned a score of 3,607, while the Neo had a single core score of 3,461. So we're not talking about huge gains here, but better, right? Cyberpunk 2077. So we got this happening here. Cyberpunk 2077, for instance, only ran well with all settings set to the lowest possible and at 720p, while Minecraft ran between 50 and 300 frames a second at 1080p depending on the preset. So you're not getting the best performance out of these things, but it can play them, right? And at a performance that is respectable for most people. I mean, the graphics may not be what you want it to be, but you could play it. I mean, if you have your gaming rig at home and you're on the road with your MacBook and you want to play some Cyberpunk, you can do it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's very cool. Very cool indeed. All right, the next thing we have up here is we already got to that. Anthropic launches personal computer AI system that turns Macs into persistent AI agents. Let's talk about it. Artificial intelligence company Anthropic has introduced new AI system called Personal Computer, designed to transform a Mac device or any Apple computer to a persistent AI agent capable of handling tasks across applications and online services. The company describes the system as an always-on digital assistant that can continually execute tasks even when users are not actively working on their devices. The tool functions as software that runs continuously on a Mac Mini or another always-on Mac machine, enabling users to delegate workflows and routine tasks to an AI agent. The system can analyze instructions, divide them into subtasks, and execute them asynchronously. Yep, there we go. Asynchronously over time. According to the announcement, it coordinates between 19 and 20 AI models, including specialized versions of Claude and other large language models. Anthropic said the AI system can connect with several commonly used productivity tools, and these tools include Gmail, Slack, GitHub, Notion, and Salesforce, to name a few. By integrating with these platforms, the AI agent can monitor activity and automate routine workflows. The new AI agent tool is currently available through Perplexity's Max subscription, though, which costs $200 a month, so there's that. Anthropic also said it's working on an enterprise version of the system that will include additional security controls, compliance features, and single sign-on support. So there you go. For all the guys in the Discord who have Mac, AI running on Mac Minis, this one's for you. This one's for you. All right, and lastly in the tech space, we have Steam outlines its game verification plan. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, verification is getting crazy. It's getting crazy, but they're talking about game verification, not age verification. Let's get into it. At this year's GDC event in San Francisco, Valve talked about its Steam hardware family of devices, focusing on what developers would need to do to ensure that games get verified. Not for the Steam Deck, but for the forthcoming Steam Machine and the highly anticipated Steam Frame VR headset. Let's look at some of these slides here. So for the Steam Machine verification, all Deck verified games are machine verified. Same input expectations as Deck. 30 frames per second at 1080p for verified performance, 6 times Steam Deck. So they same as Steam Deck formats, but then they want as good as the Steam Deck and higher settings to be available for the Steam Machine. Not testing display resolution or legibility. I don't know what that means. Updated API to detect hardware. So you have to keep your APIs updated. So what about the Steam Frame? For standalone play only, VR and non-VR games will be tested. Input, fully playable with Steam Frame controllers. Performance. Standalone VR titles have to be 90 frames a second. Standalone 2D titles have to be 30 frames a second at 1280 times 720. So we're talking 720. Legible UI. There you go. So not what I expected, but it's good to know what they're expecting developers to have. And it gives us some idea as what frame rates we can expect and what specs we can expect games to have on these particular systems when they launch. And that's all the tech news for today. Let's get into some of the eInk news, shall we? Okay. The Rock says Steam does this now for the Deck. It's just a tag on the game saying that the game plays well on the Deck. Yep. It doesn't disallow the game from being sold. Yeah. This is just verification. Yeah, they just get the verification badge with this, The Rock. Absolutely. Parm, how's it going? Important eInk news. I just found my Lammy with a crystal nib yesterday. It's been missing for 2 months. This is my favorite stylus nib combo. So enjoyable. Thanks, Parm. I really appreciate that. And congratulations for finding it. The Lammy and crystal nib is really good. Right now. The crystal nib is what I have in my Lammy. Can we get a... The crystal nib is what I have in my Lammy right now. I love it. This is the new crystal nib. I'm testing these before I put them on sale, and while I get the Pixel Orange site up and going. Can we even see that? Oh boy. Oh, there we go. I think I went too far, but yeah, the crystal nib is, you I love it, but you're not gonna see it a lot of the times. But yeah, so it's what I keep in my Lammy, the crystal nib. Like I said, I've been testing this, and man, I do feel like, I don't know why. The new batch of nibs are slightly thicker, so it adds to the durability of them. And this new sleeve, it's almost like it's shock absorbing. Because I've dropped this a couple of times, and I think that might have ruined my previous crystal nib if I dropped it, right on the head here. But I've dropped this a couple of times, and it feels like the Tenacious sleeve is, big up to Jay for naming the sleeve Tenacious after some of the material I mixed with it. But it's acting as a shock absorber because it's not as hard as the black. There's some give into. I like that. I like this. So it's working out really well. I know I had no problems with durability with the OG, but I keep the cap on it, no doubt. I feel you. Smart. Steam does this now for the deck. I think we got to that comment already. All right. So moving on to eInk chat. What do we got here? First up is going to be the note from reMarkable on how they felt about the AMA. So let's see. We know how the AMA went. We were here live. We did it. What did reMarkable feel about it? Let's find out. And shout out to, I forgot who put this in the Discord, but shout out to Discord. I think Mitch might have posted this. So shout out to the Discord for posting really good stuff to keep us informed. What an eventful last couple of days, to say the least. After reflecting a bit since Monday and after reading through all the reactions, I look back on this and on the way ahead with optimism. First of all, I'm truly grateful for all of you for participating, and the level of engagement you all show every single day is absolutely amazing to witness. It is true what Nico concluded with: we would not be where we are today without you. Truly. So let's get into my reflections. And my meaning Vanguard. So this is, I think, the CEO of the company. Would I do things differently looking back at it? Yes. Was this a perfect execution? No. Do I regret that we did this? No, 100% do not. You shouldn't regret that you did it, because you gotta learn. You gotta do it to learn, right? And looking at it like that, they deserved all of the flack they got, right? But without the flack they got, there would be no growing. There would be no growth. There would be no learning from it, right? So I say this because, sometimes love is tough. Sometimes you give tough love. I was given a lot of tough love at this AMA, but it's for good reason, because I know that they're better than this. And it just, that AMA made me feel, I walked away from it feeling like the developers are just lazy as crap. And I want to believe that's not the case, right? Because I've always thought the developers at reMarkable were super hardworking people. Well, at this point, I feel like the hardware team is hardworking. I think the software team is just chilling. Now, I could be wrong about that, but it seemed like the room was full of software people who didn't know crap. But moving on. Do I regret it? Because I don't regret it, because I believe the fact that we actually did an AMA represents a shift towards something I think is so important: genuine community involvement and direct interacting with your most passionate users. I totally agree with that. Even if the first steps were not perfect, it was a step in the right direction. And not only that, chat, it was a must needed first step. It was going to be terrible, but you need to go through some terrible stuff to learn what worked, what didn't. And maybe the next one won't even be good, but hopefully they get better at it as they go, and this won't be a thing of the past where they will keep the line of communication open with the community, right? That's always the good part. Being our first session of this kind, it was an eye-opening experience. We've gained so much perspective on how to better facilitate these interactions. Your passion for the details is exactly what drives us to improve. Very good. Very good. We are currently doing a holistic review of the AMA, looking at what worked, what fell short, and how we can do better. Very good. We're not just moving on. We will use these findings and our feedback to ensure that the next time we sit down with you like this, it's an even more valuable experience for everyone. This wasn't a valuable experience for anybody other than the people who won stuff. We got no information. It was totally a waste of time. But again, this might have been a needed step in their road to getting good and being better at it, right? And for all intents and purposes, they didn't have to do it. So kudos to them for even doing it, even though it was trash. Thank you for keeping us on our toes, for sticking with us while we figured this out. Now I know you are eager to know the results from the draw, so let's get to it. The lucky winners have already been contacted via DM, and they are Dev of Choice plus Marker plus Device of Choice plus Marker plus Folio. HU has not confirmed yet. I can share them as winner, okay? And BSNDLR won that. Free Connect subscriptions went to LOL3D, LOL3 Dro FLXP, Mike B503, and Doctor Who 17. Okay. Huge congrats to all of them. Lastly, I want to sincerely thank the mods for assisting with making this possible. Mods? They had mods for this? All right, anyway. And it's interesting. I think it's interesting. I'm glad they put that out because it shows that they at least saw and are going to react to the horrible feedback they got, which I don't know anyone who thought that was good, except for the winners. But yeah, kudos to them for that. And I look forward to the next one in hopes that it's better than this one. May not be perfect, right? But, hopefully it gets better. What else we got here? The Dr. Grip Pen. Another thing from the Discord was this Dr. Grip Pen. We were trying to figure out, and this was put on the docket before we got confirmation that the nib inside this Dr. Grip Pen is basically the Kaweco nib and the Norris nib. So they both use the same nib, and apparently this device uses the same nib too. So there may just be, no, there's more than two nibs in the eInk space. I've seen at least one different type. But this is good news that you can use the Norris nib that I have in the store, the crystal nib for the Norris, in this particular pen if you have this. So rantsaboutTech.com is where you can find these crystal nibs that I've been talking about. We have the crystal nib, which is here, right? You get a choice of which size you want or style you want. You can get the standard for standard EMR pens. You can get the Norris for the Norris and the Kaweco. And now apparently it's also for the Dr. Grip Pen as well. And you can get the regular Supernote nib right here in a format that'll fit most EMR pens as well. So if you're looking for that, you have that as well. And this right here is a Lamy. It happens to be, I think, the best pen on the market for ceramics, which is not built for that. But with the modified ceramic nib I have in here, you can buy the awesome aluminum AL Star Lamy and get yourself a ceramic pen with ergonomics and a button, which is the biggest thing about this, on the site as well. So if you don't want to do any tinkering about, you can just buy this pen. It has the ceramic nib already in it. Good stuff. All right. So what else we got here? We got other Reddit stuff to look at before we get out of here. Let's take a look. We have I tried everything on this. This is a 3D printer thing right here, but we're going to try to look into this and see what's going on here. I need some assistance. My Elegoo Mars 3 Pro keeps failing. Been printing with a good amount of success before replacing film. Did a whoopsies and tore it trying to remove some resin after the tank clean. I wanted to print some modular terrain for my D&D game this week. I did everything. I bought the new FEP film. This is the resin I've been using. These are the settings. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm confused as to what's... They don't show what's happening to the print, so you can't help. Okay, moving on. If he had showed me what was going on with the print, maybe I could have helped him. All right, so if he's saying the print won't stay stuck to the build plate, raise the bottom level exposure, bro. That's the first thing. You have to get a print before you can figure out how the print is printing. So first thing you want to do, scale that bottom layer up as high, not high, but I'd raise it by 10 seconds every print. Raise it 10 seconds, try another print, raise the bottom layer exposure time another 10 seconds if it fails, print. If that fails, raise another 10 seconds. That's what I do. You can be adventurous and raise it 20 seconds, but I find that if you raise it 20 seconds and it was already good, if you only needed 5 seconds, then you may tear the FET film because it's going to be, it's going to be a lot of pulling from it. But what do I know? I definitely say increase the bottom exposure if you're not getting a print on your bill play at all. That's where you start. Okay, moving on. 33.4% Connect price hike for the reMarkable Connect service. We talked about this yesterday. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of the thing. It's going from $3 to $4, but in percentages, it's a lot. 33.4%. That's not to sneeze at. We already talked about how we would still do it anyway, and it's worth it for the price. And if Supernote did this and they charge $5 a month, I'd pay it. Period. I thought this was interesting. Okay, she's riding a bike and dang near falls down a mountain. Listen, she saved the 360 cam and the bike and her own life all at the same time. That is skill. I typically would think this is AI, but the fact that she didn't start flying or something and that there was some struggle happening there leads me to believe that this is a real video. And the fact that I've almost fallen down a mountain myself on a one wheel trying to go down a narrow trail during a competition, it gives me reason to believe that this could be true too. So I've been there, done that, and I did save my one wheel and the 360 cam. So there we go. A $599 laptop with a mobile processor performs better than many high-end Windows laptops. Yeah, tell me something I don't know, bro. I've been saying this for the last week now since we've heard about the Neo. Listen, financially irresponsible if you buy anything other than a Neo and you need a everyday laptop. Like, it ain't gonna work for everything you need to do. It probably will work for everything you need to do. As we've seen, it's work good for creative work and for video gaming. What the hell else is there? But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be the bee's knees for everyday tasks, right? You might need more power if you're gaming. You might need more power if you're editing. But if you're doing everyday stuff, perfect. Even if you wanted to do some creator stuff or gaming, clearly, what we've talked about the last couple of days proves that you can do it. So no big deal. Connect sub. Well, it got to my email and canceled. Wow, someone's canceled. I don't know. Chat, is anyone out there canceling their sub over this $1 raise in the price of the Connect service? Parm says, does the Dr. Grip retract with the rear button? Never mind. Of course it does. Yes, it does. It does. Yeah. I don't know of anybody that would be canceling their sub for the $1 increase. I get that it's going to make some people upset, but I just got the email and canceled. I don't get much out of it because it doesn't use the features except unlimited storage, the extension of the coverage on the manufacturer's warranty, and methods. Well, if you've outgrown your extension, then it doesn't really play that much of a part in it. Kind of disappointed because I will lose access to methods, but a price increase with no added value and the lackluster AMA result rubbed me the wrong. Listen, that AMA definitely might re-up with it later, but I'm irritated right now. So this is how I will protest. My 2 cents. No doubt. Listen, you get an upvote from me. Respect, bro. Respect. Like, I respect comments like this. There's validity to the rant, right? You ain't just doing it for no reason. I respect that. Listen. You know what? I respect this post. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Okay. A new weekend case for the Boox Palma is on the way. Awesome. I love the weekend cases. Very cool. I'm really happy to see so many people enjoying the weekend case for the Boox Palma 1 and 2 and Pros as well. It makes me smile to see more Palma Pros being held, carried, and used for more comfortable reading. I noticed many of you were actually thinking about screen protector or a sleeve, and honestly, I was too. But I wanted a solution that feels truly convenient and flexible, and that's why I designed the detachable magnetic leather flip cover. Now, that's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, I like that. It's magnetic too. Yeah, I like that. Can we see the back? Did he show the back? There it is. No, it's not the back. Is that the back? That is the back. Okay. Nice. I like it. I like the lining and oh man, that lining there you go. All right, that's an idea I'm gonna have to steal right there. The lining for the case Yeah, I'm still in that. Do it, no doubt. What do we got here? Ghost touching. I don't know what pen this is, so I can't really say much about it. Yeah, that. I don't know what that could be. Honestly, I'd reseat the nib, but honestly, with it not doing it right here, and then only doing it when you do the buttons up here that's kind of weird. Why do they go away though at the bottom why does that go away when you start doing other stuff? Yeah, I don't know what that could be. Any ideas, chat? Moving on, we got Ultra 4. Saturn 4 Ultra comes with a new build plate. Okay, so I just wanted to look at this. This is not a new build plate. That's old news, okay? Same build plate I have. Rate my outdoor computing setup. Now, I'm noticing this setup only because they got the remove right here, so I thought that would be kind of cool. I don't like this. That's a ugly iPad stand. Is that a MacBook? That's the black plastic MacBook. Is that the polycarbonate? Is that the polycarbonate? I don't know, Chad. Oh no, that's not the polycarbonate. That's probably the space black aluminum. Okay, all right. I like the fact that they got the reMarkable the remove right here. That's why I'm interested in this. Oh, they got a daylight there. Ew. Okay, we're moving on. That's disgusting. Bro, all right, you know what? I'm leaving a comment. Your setup is trash. The freaking daylight. That setup is trash. Oh, that setup is trash, all due to the daylight one you have sitting there. Okay, there we go. I'm commenting under the name too. Who cares? There we go. You can't put a DC. You can't put a DL1 in your picture and expect me to like it. Calm down. Experience when returning a Boox device directly. Okay, I was gonna read this, but then it's not. But after looking at it before the show, I'm like, okay, they're going in about nothing really. Should I learn to live with it? Inverted pixel Boox Palma 2 Pro? No, don't learn to live with that. Buy a new one, bro. That's going to be on your brain. It's going to bother you every second of every moment you're looking at it. Don't do it. At least it would bother me. Okay, don't do it to yourself. It's better ways to be aggravated throughout your day. There's no need to do it that way at all. Period. All right, everyone. That's going to be the show for the day. I really appreciate you guys for being here. I got more information. Oh yeah, the orders are going out today, so look forward to transaction or not transaction orders, but orders are going out. Look forward to your tracking numbers if you have orders that have been in. We're getting that done. And what else? I wanted to preview something for tomorrow's show, but I've since forgot what that was, so we're gonna have to postpone that till tomorrow. But thank you guys for being here. This has been Rants About Tech Live, where we talk about tech news, we talk about eInk news, we talk about random stuff along the way. I appreciate you being here. If you're around during these times that we do the show, which is Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever, we appreciate you stopping by. Give me a like if you've been here for the show. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and consider supporting the show by becoming a member and get a badge by your name while you're there. Sony, why are you doing this to me? Sony. Why at the end of the show, Sony? Okay, all right. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to the chat crew. We get them before we go out here. We got Aaron, we got Palm, we got The Rock, we got Mitch was here today. We got Rob, and we also have. Oh boy, that was it. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you for being here, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Until then, take care. Have a good rest of your day.